Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, John.
Morning, Senator.
Second time around. Thank you for paying me a courtesy call where we had a very nice discussion. When we met earlier, you acknowledged that the Internal Revenue Service is stretched very thin, that its role in implementing the Affordable Health Care Act will necessarily result in the scaling down of some of the other IRS core functions. The question is, in implementing this law, will you be able to do more with less or less with less? But this brings to mind a larger issue with the agency. Have we asked the Internal Revenue Service to do too much? Is the IRS too entrenched in everybody's life? Quite frankly, I have little confidence that the agency you are being asked to lead will be able to take on the Affordable Health Care Act in an efficient, effective way, or in a way that does not increase the burdens all taxpayers face in dealing with the tax laws. In fact, the Treasury Inspector General has already identified substantive weaknesses in the IRS work to prevent fraud and abuse and implementing the Affordable Health Care Act. This has recently been confirmed in hearings held recently by the Intelligence Committee Chairman Mike Rogers over in the House, where it has been determined that the Affordable Health Care Act is rife with all sorts of security problems. The Affordable Health Care Act may be one step too far, one ask too much for the IRS to handle. But now we see the agency taking on a new role, rewriting the rules of political speech. Now, forgive me, but I thought we already had the Federal Election Commission working in this space. How is the tax administrator, your new job, already stretched thin and taking on a massive role in our health care system, going to be able to handle free speech issues after being caught selectively and egregiously attacking the First Amendment right to free speech? The IRS has not been able to conduct their current limited role in this area without engaging in blacklisting and attacking people's First Amendment rights. It's hard to see why the administration discounts these issues, in particular when this committee continues its bipartisan investigation into the IRS actions, an investigation I hope that we'll be able to conclude sooner than later. On a deeper level, I find it hard to understand how the IRS will be able to conduct a much broader role in regulating political activity, right or left, Democrat or Republican, without damaging Americans' ability to engage in free political discourse. Now, given all of the issues with the current tax code, with the IRS difficulty in implementing the current system, with fraud rife in a number of programs, and with the huge workload hitting now with the health care law and its politically motivated targeting of nonprofit groups, is it time to fundamentally rethink the federal tax system? First step, and this is the question, we should heed the admonition detailed yesterday in the Wall Street Journal and get the Internal Revenue Service out of politics permanently. I don't see why we're promulgating new rules when we haven't even finished the investigation of the attack on people's First Amendment rights at this particular time. I would be interested in your comments.
Thank you, Senator. Excuse me a minute here. I enjoyed our earlier meeting and, if confirmed, would look forward to more discussions about the full range of issues confronting the IRS. With regard to the draft regulations just put out, they are in response to a significant recommendation in the IG report that first raised the question of the handling of C4 applications, in which the Inspector General suggested or requested that the IRS define with greater clarity what would be defined as acceptable and unacceptable political activity, because part of the core problem has been in the implementation of that, I understand, is that the lack of clarity as to what were permissible political activities caused the IRS and its employees, as they reviewed applications or audited organizations, to spend far more time trying to sort through the various activities and make those determinations. So my understanding, although I did not participate in the drafting of the draft regulations, is that the goal is to respond to the Inspector General's request, and I think everybody's goal, which is to have clearer definitions so that those creating organizations and making applications will have a very clear
Well,
idea.
if I might, it would be helpful if we would be able to conclude the investigation. I know we're working hard with Danny Werfel and others, and I hope we could conclude with that, and I hope we could get the IRS out of politics. Why are we trying to regulate free speech or the First Amendment rights? I just, you know, the IRS has become a four-letter word with too many people, and that's not right. You know, that's a tremendous burden you'll have to face. But why don't we just disengage the tax system as much as possible for economic decision-making or political free speech? I think we need to start over. That's why I've supported a fundamental restructuring of the tax system, such as the proposed fair tax. But I look forward to discussing with you this, what I think is a burden and a very unnecessary step. And I thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Senator Roberts, very much. Senator Crapo, okay, so you'll pass. He's not here. Then Senator Wyden.